I'm awake. I'm awake. We're gonna read a book. Well, we're gonna read some pages in the book, not the whole book. Very, very important distinction. Okay. Okay. The last chapter, we got Mr. whatever his name is, Mr. Jonathan. He got to the thing, castle thing. Spoopy. Involved lots of wolves or something. That's what happened. Oh. Okay. I gotta get through like 10, 15-ish pages. Oh my god, do I have the mental fortitude for this today? Maybe I don't. Screw it, we'll go do it anyway. Chapter 2. Jonathan Harker's Journal. 5th of May. I must have been asleep, for certainly if I had been awake, I must have noticed the approach of such a remarkable place. In the gloom, the courtyard looked of considerable size, and as several dark ways led from it under a great round arches, it perhaps seemed bigger than it really is. I have not yet been able to see it by daylight. When the calash stopped, the driver jumped down and held out his hand to assist me to alight. Again, I could not but notice his prodigious strength. His hand actually seemed like a steel vice that could have crushed mine if he had chosen. Then he took out my traps and placed them on the ground beside me as I stood close to a great door, old and studded with large iron nails, and set in a projecting doorway of massive stone. I could see even in the dim light that the stone was massively carved, massive, but that the carving had been worn by time and weather. As I stood, the driver jumped again into his seat and shook the reins. The horses started forward, and trap and all disappeared down one of the dark openings. I stood in silence where I was, for I did not know what to do. Of bell or knocker there was no sign, though through these frowning walls and dark window openings it was not likely that my voice could penetrate. The time I waited seemed endless, and I felt doubts and fears crowding upon me. What sort of place had I come to, and among what kind of people? What sort of grim adventure was it on which I had embarked? Was this a customary incident in the life of a solicitor's clerk set out to explain the purchase of a London estate to a foreigner? Solicitor's clerk! Mina would not like that. Solicitor, for just before leaving London I got word that my examination was successful, and I am now a full-blown solicitor. I began to rub my eyes and pinch myself to see if I were awake. It all seemed like a horrible nightmare to me, and I expected that I should suddenly awake and find myself at home. With the dawn struggling in through the windows, as I had now and again felt this morning after a day of overwork. But my flesh answered the pinching test, and my eyes were not to be deceived. I was indeed awake and among the Carpathians. All I could do now was to be patient and wait the coming of morning. Just as I had come to this conclusion, I heard a heavy step approaching behind the great door, and saw through the chinks in the gleam of the coming light. There was a sound of a rattling chains and the clanking of massive bolts drawn back. A key was turned with a loud grating noise of long disuse, and the great door swung back. Within stood a tall man, clean-shaven save for a long white mustache, and clad in black from head to foot, without a single speck of color about him anywhere. He held in his hand an antique silver lamp, in which the flame burned without a chimney or globe of any kind. Throwing long, quavering shadows as it flickered in the draught of the open door, the old man motioned me with his right hand with a courtly gesture, saying in excellent English but with a strange intonation, "Welcome to my house. Enter freely and of your own will." Ha! I get it. He made no motion of stepping to meet me, but stood like a statue, as though his gesture of welcome had fixed him into stone. The instant, however, I had stepped over the threshold, he moved impulsively forward, and holding out his hand, grasped mine with a strength which made me wince, an effect which was not lessened by the fact that it seemed cold as ice. more like the hand of a dead than a living man. Again he said, "Welcome to my house. Come freely, go safely, and leave something of the happiness you bring." The strength of the handshake was so much akin to that which I had noticed in the driver, whose face I had not seen, that for a moment I doubted if it were not the same person to whom I was speaking. To make sure, I said interrogatively, "Count Dracula?" He bowed in a courtly way and replied, "I am Dracula, and I bid you welcome, Mr. Harker, to my house. Come in. The night air is chill, and you must need to eat and rest." As he was speaking, he put the lamp on a bracket on the wall and stepped out, took my luggage. He had carried it in before I could forestall him. I protested, but he insisted. "Nay, sir, you are my guest. It is late, and my people are not available. Let me see to your comfort myself." He insisted on carrying my traps along the passage, and then up a great winding stair, and along another great passage, on which the stone floor on whose stone floor steps rang heavily. At the end of this he threw open a heavy door, and I rejoiced to see within a well-lit room in which a table was spread for supper, and on whose mighty hearth a great fire of logs flamed and flared. The Count halted, putting down my bags, closed the door, and crossed the room, opened another door which led into a small octagonal room lit by a single lamp, and seemingly without a window of any sort. Passing through this, he opened another door and motioned me to enter. It was a welcome sight, for here was a great bedroom, well lighted and warmed by another log fire, which sent up a hollow roar with the wide chimney. The Count himself left my luggage inside and withdrew, saying just before he closed the door, "You will need, after your journey, to refresh yourself by making your toilet. I trust you will find all you wish. When you are ready, come to the other room, where you will find your supper prepared." The light and warmth of the Count's courteous welcome seemed to have dissipated all my doubts and fears. Having then reached my normal state, I discovered that I was half famished with hunger, so making a hasty toilet, I went into the other room. I make hasty toilets sometimes too. I found supper already laid out. My host, who stood on one side of the great fireplace, leaned against the stonework, making a graceful wave of his hand to the table, and said, "I pray you be seated and sup how you please. You will, I trust, excuse me that I do not join you, but I have dined already, and I do not sup." I handed to him a sealed letter which Mr. Hawkins had entrusted to me. He opened it and read it gravely. Then, with a charming smile, he handed it to me to read. One passage of it, at least, gave me a thrill of pleasure. "I must regret that an attack of gout, from which malady I am a constant sufferer, forbids absolutely any travelling on my part for some time to come. But I am happy to say that I send a sufficient substitute, one in whom I have every possible confidence. He is a young man, full of energy and talent in his own way, and of a very faithful disposition. He is discreet and silent, and has grown into manhood in my service. He shall be ready to attend on you when you will during his stay, and shall take your instructions in all matters." The Count himself came forward and took off the cover of a dish, and I fell at once into the excellent roasted chicken. This, with some cheese and salad and a bottle of old Tokay, of which I had 2 glasses, was my supper. During the time I was eating it, the Count asked me many questions as to my journey, but I told him by all degrees all I had experienced. By the time I had finished my supper, and by my host's desire had drawn up a chair to the fire and began to smoke a cigar which he offered me, at the same time excusing himself that he did not smoke, I now had an opportunity of observing him, and found him of a very marked physiognomy. That's a word. His face was strong, very strong, aquiline, with a high bridge of the thin nose and peculiarly arched nostrils, with a lofty domed forehead, and hair growing scantily around the temples, but profusely elsewhere. His eyebrows were very massive, almost meeting over the nose, with bushy hair that seemed to curl of its own profusion. The mouth, so far as I could see it under the heavy moustache, was fixed and rather cruel-looking, with peculiarly sharp white teeth. These protruded over the lips, whose remarkable ruddiness showed astonishing vitality in a man of his years. For the rest, his ears were pale and the tops extremely pointed. The chin was broad and strong, and the cheeks firm, though thin. The general effect was one of extraordinary pallor. Hitherto I had noticed the backs of his hands as they lay on his knees in the firelight, and they seemed rather white and fine, but seeing them now close to me, I could not notice that they were rather coarse. Broad, with squat fingers, strange to say, there were hairs on the centre of the palm. The nails were long and fine, and cut to a sharp point. As the Count leaned over to me and his hands touched me, I could not repress a shudder. It may have been that his breath was rank, but a horrible feeling of nausea came over me, which, do what I would, I could not conceal. The Count, evidently noticing it, drew back, and with a grim sort of smile, which showed more than he had yet done his protuberant teeth, sat himself down again on his own side of the fireplace. We were both silent for a while, and I looked towards the window to see the first dim streak of the coming dawn. There seemed a strange stiffness over everything, but I listened. I heard, as if from down below in the valley, the howling of many wolves. The count's eyes gleamed, and he said, "Listen to them, the children of the night. What music they make!" Ah, I know that line. Seeing, I suppose, some expression in my face strange to him, he added, "Ah, sir, you dwellers in the city cannot enter into the feelings of the hunter." Then he rose and said, "But you must be tired. Your bedroom is all ready, and tomorrow you shall sleep as late as you will. I have to be away till the afternoon, so sleep well and dream well." And with a courteous bow, he opened for me himself the door to the octagonal room, and I entered my bedroom. I am all in a sea of wonders. I doubt, I fear, I think strange things which I dare not confess to my own soul. God keep me, if that were only for the sake of those dear to me. The 7th of May. It is again early morning, but I have rested and enjoyed the last 24 hours. I slept till late in the day, and awoke of my own accord. When I had dressed myself, I went into the room we had supped, and found a cold breakfast laid out, with coffee kept hot by a pot being placed on the hearth. There was a card on the table, on which was written, "I have to be absent for a while. Do not wait for me. D." So I set to and enjoyed a hearty meal. When I had done, I looked for a bell, so that I might let the servants know I had finished, but could not find one. There are certainly odd deficiencies in this house, considering the extraordinary evidences of wealth which are round me. The table service is of gold, and so beautifully wrought that it must be of immense value. The curtains and upholstery of the chairs and sofas, and the hangings of my bed, are all of the costliest and most beautiful fabrics. It must have been of fabulous value when they were made, for they were centuries old, and though in excellent order, I saw something like them in Hampton Court, but they were worn and frayed and moth-eaten. But still, in none of the rooms is there a mirror. There's not even a toilet glass on my table, so I had to get a little shaving glass from my bag before I could either shave or brush my hair. I had not yet seen a servant anywhere or heard a sound of the castle, except for the howling of wolves. When I had finished my meal, I do not know whether to call it breakfast or dinner, for it was between 5 and 6 o'clock when I had it. I looked about for something to read, for I did not like to go up the castle until I had asked the count for permission. There's absolutely nothing in the room, book, newspaper, or even writing materials. So I opened another door in the room and found a sort of library. The door opposite mine I tried, but found locked. In the library I found to my great delight a vast number of English books, whole shelves full of them, and bound volumes of magazines and newspapers. A table in the center was littered with English magazines and newspapers, though none of them were... Whoa. Oh, yeah, okay, they said that twice. Then none of them were very recent date. The books were of the most varied kind: history, geography, politics, political economy, botany, geology, law, all relating to England and English life and the customs and manners. There were even such books of reference in the London Directory, the Red and Blue books, Whitaker's Almanac, the Army and Navy lists, and it somehow gladdened me to see it, the Law list. Whilst I was looking at the books, the door opened, and the Count entered. He saluted me in a hearty way, and hoped that I had a good night's rest. Then he went on. "Whew, I'm glad you found your way in here, for I am sure there is much that will interest you. These friends," he laid his hands on some of the books, "have been good friends to me, and for some years past, ever since I had the idea of going to London, have given me many, many hours of pleasure. Through them I have come to know your great England, and to know her is to love her. I long to go through the crowded streets of your mighty London, to be in the midst of the whirl and rush of humanity, to share its life, its change, its death, and all that makes it what it is. But alas, as yet I only know your tongue through books. To you, my friend, I look that I know it to speak." "But, Count," I said, "you know and speak English thoroughly." He bowed gravely. "I thank you, my friend, for your all too flattering estimate, but yet I fear that I am but a little way on the road I would travel. True, I know the grammar and the words, but I yet know not how to speak them." "Indeed," I said, "you speak excellently." "Not so," he answered. "Well, I know that, did I move and speak in your London, none there are who would not know me for a stranger. That is not enough for me. Here I am a noble. I am boyar. The common people know me, and I am master. But a stranger in a strange land, he is no one. Men know him not, and to not know him, to know not is to care not for. I am content if I am like the rest, so that no man stops me if he sees me, or pause in his speaking if he hear my words, to say, 'Ha ha, a stranger! I have been so long master that I would be master still, or at least that none other should be master of me.' You come to me not alone as my agency of my friend Peter Hawkins of Exeter to tell me all about my new estate in London. You shall, I trust, rest here with me a while, so that by our talking I may learn the English intonation, and I would that you tell me when I make an error, even in the smallest, in my speaking. I am sorry that I had to be away so long today, but you will, I know, forgive me. Forgive one who has so many important affairs in hand. Of course I said all I could about being willing, and asked if I might come into the room when I chose. He answered yes, certainly, and added, you may go anywhere you wish in the castle except where the doors are locked, where of course you will not wish to go. There is a reason that all things are as they are, and did you see with my eyes and know with my knowledge, you would perhaps understand. I said I was sure of this, and then he went on. We are in Transylvania, and Transylvania is not England. Our ways are not your ways, and there shall be to you many strange things. Nay, from what you have told me of your experiences already, you know something of what strange things here may be. This led to much conversation, and as it was evident he wanted to talk, if only for talking's sake. I asked him many questions regarding things that had already happened to me, or had come within my notice. Sometimes he sheered off the subject or turned the conversation by pretending not to understand, but generally he he answered all I asked most frankly. Then as time went on, I had got somewhat bolder. I asked him of some of the strange things of the preceding night, as for instance, why the coachman went to places where he seen the blue flames. What is indeed true that they showed where gold was hidden? He then explained to me that it was commonly believed on a certain night of the year, last night in fact, when all evil spirits are supposed to have unchecked sway, a blue flame is seen over any point where treasure had once been concealed. The treasure has been hidden, he went on, in the region through which you came last night. There can be but little doubt, for it was ground fought over by centuries by the the Saxon and the Turk, where there is hardly any foot of soil in this region that has not been enriched by the blood of men, patriots or invaders. In old days there were stirring times, like when the Austrian or Hungarian came up in hordes, and the patriots went out to meet them, men and women, the aged and children too. They waited their coming on the rocks above the passes, that they might sweep destruction on them with their artificial avalanches. When the invader was triumphant, he found but little, for whatever there had been had been sheltered in the friendly soil. But how, said I, can it have remained so long undiscovered when there is sure index to it, if men will take but the trouble to look? The Count smiled, and his lips ran back over his gums. The long, sharp canine teeth showed out strangely. He answered, because your peasant is at heart a coward and a fool. These flames only appear on one night, and on that night no man of this land will, if he can help it, stir without his doors. And, dear sir, if he did, he would not know what to do. Why, even the peasant that you tell me of, who marked the place of the flame, would not know where to look in daylight, even for his own work. You would not, I dare be sworn, be able to find those places again. There you are right, I said. I know no more than the dead, where even to look for them. Then we drifted to other matters. Come, he said at last, tell me of London, and of the house which you have procured for me. With an apology for my remissness, I went into my own room to get the papers from my bag. Whilst I was placing them in order, I heard the rattling of china and silver in the next room, and as I passed through, I noticed that the table had been cleared and the lamp lit, for it was by this time deep into the dark. The lamps were also lit in the study or library, and I found the Count lying on the sofa, reading, of all things in the world, an English Broadshaw's Guide. When I came in, he cleared the books and papers from the table, and with him I went into plans and deeds and figures of all sorts. He was interested in everything, and asked me a myriad questions about the place and its surroundings. He clearly studied beforehand all he could get on the subject of the neighborhood, for he evidently, at the end, knew very much more than I did. When I remarked this, he answered, well, but, my friend, it is not needful that I should. When I go there, I shall be all alone, and my friend Harker Jonathan—nay, pardon me, I fall into thy country's habits of putting your patronymic first. My friend Jonathan Harker will not be at my side to correct and aid me. He will be in Exeter, miles away, probably working at papers of the law with my other friend, Peter Hawkins. So, and we went through into the business of purchase of the estate of Purfleet. Purfleet? When I told him of the facts and got his signature of the necessary papers, he had written a letter with them to post to Mr. Hawkins. Turn page. He began to ask me how I'd come across so suitable a place, and I read to him the notes which I had made at the time, which I inscribe here. At Purfleet, on a by-road, I came across such a place as seemed to be required, and where was displayed a dilapidated notice that the place was for sale. It was surrounded by a high wall of ancient structure built of heavy stones, and had not been repaired for a large number of years. The closed gates are of heavy oak and iron, all eaten with rust. The estate is called Carfax, no doubt a corruption of the old Quatre Face, as the old house is four-sided, agreeing with the cardinal points of the compass. It contains all some 20 acres, quite surrounded by a solid stone wall above mentioned. There are many trees on it, which makes it in places gloomy. And there is a deep, dark-looking pond or small lake, evidently fed by some springs, as the water is clear and flows away in a fair-sized stream. The house is very large, and of all periods, back, I should say, to medieval times, for one part is of stone immensely thick, with only a few windows high, and heavily barred with iron. It looks the part of a keep, and is so close to an old chapel or church. I could not enter it, as I had not the key of the door leading to it from the home. But I have taken with my kodak views of it from various points. The house had been added to, but in a very straggling way, and I can only guess at the amount of ground it covers, which must be very great. There are but a few houses close at hand, one being a very large house, only recently added to and formed into a private lunatic asylum. It is not, however, visible from the grounds. When I had finished, he said, "I am glad that it is old and big, for I myself am of an old family, and to live in a new house would kill me. A house cannot be made habitable in a day, and after all, how few days make up a century. I rejoice also that there is a chapel of old times, which Transylvania's nobles love not to think that our homes may lie among the common dead. I seek not gaiety nor mirth, nor the bright voluptuous of much sunshine and sparkling waters, which please the young and gay. I am no longer young, and in my heart, through weary years of mourning over the dead, it is not attuned to mirth. Moreover, the walls of my castle are broken, the shadows are many, and the wind breathes cold through the broken battlements and casements. I love the shade and the shadow, and I would be alone with my thoughts when I may." Somehow his words and his look did not seem to accord, or else it was that his cast of face made his smile look malignant and saturnine. Presently, with an excuse, he left me, asking to pull my papers together. He was some little time away, and I began to look at some of the books around me. One was an atlas, which I found open naturally at England, as if that map had been much used. On it, on looking at it, I found in certain places little rings marked, and on examining these, I noticed that one was near London on the east side, manifestly where his new estate was situated. On the other two were Exeter and Whitby on the Yorkshire coast. It was the better part of an hour when the Count returned. "Aha!" he said. "Still at your books? Good. But you must not work always. Come, I am informed that your supper is ready." He took my arm, and we went into the next room, where I found an excellent supper ready on the table. The Count again excused himself, as he had dined out on his being away from home, but he sat as on the previous night, and chatted whilst I ate. After supper I smoked, as on the last evening, and the Count stayed with me, chatting and asking questions on every conceivable subject, hour after hour. I felt that it was getting very late indeed, but I did not say anything, for I felt under obligation to meet my host's wishes in every way. I was not sleepy, as the long sleep yesterday had fortified me, but I could not help experiencing the chill which comes over one at the coming of the dawn, which is like, in its own way, the turn of the tide. They say that people who are near death die generally at the change to dawn, or at the turn of the tide. Anyone who has, when tied as it were to his post, experienced this change in the atmosphere, can well believe it. All at once we heard the crow of the cock coming up with a preternatural shrillness through the clear morning air. Count Dracula, jumping to his feet, said, "Why, there is the morning again. How remiss I am to let you stay up so long. You must make your conversation regarding my dear new country of England less interesting, so that I may not forget how time flies by us." And with a courtesy bow, he left me. I went into my room and drew the curtains, but there was little to notice. My window opened into the courtyard, and all I could see was the warm, grey, quickening sky. So I pulled the curtains again, and have written of this day. May 8th. I began to fear, as I wrote in this book, that I was getting too diffuse. But now I am glad that I went into detail from the first, for there is something so strange about this place, and all in it I cannot but feel uneasy. I wish I were safe out of it, or that I had never come. It may be that the strange night existence is telling on me. But would that were all. If there were anyone to talk to, I could bear it, but there is no one. I have only the Count to speak with, and I fear I am myself the only living soul within the place. Let me be prosaic so far as facts can be. It will help me to bear up, and imagination must not run riot with me. If it does not, if it does, I am lost. Let me say at once how I stand, or seem so. I only slept a few hours when I went to bed. Feeling that I could not sleep any more, got up. I hung my saving glass by the window, and I was just beginning to shave. Suddenly I felt a hand on my shoulder, and heard the Count's voice saying to me, "Good morning." I started, for it amazed me that I had not seen him, since the reflection of the glass covered the whole room behind me. In starting, I had cut myself slightly, but did not notice it at the moment. Having answered the Count's salutation, I turned to the glass again to see how I had been mistaken. This time there could be no error, for the man was close to me, and I could see him over my shoulder, but there was no reflection of him in the mirror. The whole room behind me was displayed, but there was no sign of a man in it except myself. This was startling, and coming to the top of so many strange things, was beginning to increase the vague feeling of uneasiness which I had always had when the Count is near. But at that instant I saw that the cut had bled a little, and the blood was trickling over my chin. I laid down the razor, turning as I did so half round to look for some sticking plaster. When the Count saw my face, his eyes blazed with a sort of demonic fury, and he suddenly made a grab at my throat. I drew away, and his hand touched the string of beads which had held the crucifix. It made an instant change in him, for the fury passed so quickly that I could hardly believe it was ever there. "Take care," he said. "Take care how you cut yourself. It is more dangerous than you think in this country." Then, seizing the shaving glass, he went on, "And this the wretched thing that has done the mischief. It is a foul bauble of man's vanity. Away with it!" And opened the window, and with one wrench of his terrible hand, he yeeted it, with which was shattered into 1,000 pieces on the stones of the courtyard far below. Then he withdrew without a word. It is very annoying, for I do not know how I am to shave, unless in my watch case or the bottom of the shaving pot, which is fortunately of metal. When I went into the dining room, breakfast was prepared, but I could not find the Count anywhere. So I breakfasted alone. It is strange that I had yet not seen the Count eat or drink. He must be a very peculiar man. After breakfast I did a little exploring in the castle. I went out on the stairs and found a room looking towards the south. The view was magnificent, and from where I stood there was every opportunity of seeing it. The castle is on the very edge of a terrible precipice. A stone falling from the window would fall 1,000 feet without touching anything. As far as the eye can reach is a sea of green tree-tops, with occasionally a deep rift where there is a chasm. Here and there silver threads of where the rivers wind deep in gorges through the forests. But I am not in heart to describe beauty, for when I had seen the view I explored further. Doors, doors, doors everywhere, and all locked and bolted. In no place save from the windows in the castle walls is there an available exit. This castle is a variable prison, and I am a prisoner. That is the end of chapter 2. Spooky, scary. Okay. Wow. He's like, no mirrors for you. Bye. Bye, mirrors. Bitch. Oh, I read more, but I'm getting kind of, my throat starts to hurt a little bit. I go to work later too, so I talk then too. But now we can do some farming, which involves being quieter, so that's okay. I don't have to constantly talk as much. Gotta turn the switch on here. How do I... Wait. We've switched to the, Oh, that's something else I gotta do. Hold on. Yeah. Gotta, come on. Monitor, you. Okay. And then I gotta switch this. Okay. And then that. There. Okay. Hey, monitor, why are you doing this? Ooh. But I turned off the monitor? Please? Hold on, I'm having technical issues. Hey, Switch. Are you gonna do the thing? Are you gonna turn on? Please? Okay. Ah! Ah! Oh my god. How many times do I have to push the button? Okay, there we go. Cool. Bam. Yay. Wow. By the way, I didn't know Dracula had a mustache. Is it like a Fu Manchu mustache? Or is it like a curly mustache? I have questions. Okay. So, I played late yesterday. And I decided to move all of the little maker thingies onto a different portion of my farm and make like a whole bunch of them at once so that I could make a whole bunch of things at the same time instead of one at a time. Oof. Also, I grew a flower. So that's cool. Oh, good. Sorry. I got distracted. I had to make a bunch of glass. I made a bunch of yarn makers. Oh, I think I got my motorcycle, but I don't understand, like, why I have a horse. Why do I need this? Oh, and I've been making bacon stuff, but I need more fridges or something. I don't have enough food, or I don't have enough room for my food. Hi. Bork, bork. But I made a whole bunch of, like, lumber things and stuff. And they're all over here. They're like way over here. Oh no, where did my horse go? Oh, there you are. I traded in my horse for a better horse. I've always been upset that the game should basically force you to have a brown horse. And I'm like, but I don't want a brown horse. But I made all these. At the moment, I need to make more, oh, I can't remember what I need. Something. Ah! But I feel like this will be faster than doing them one at a time, especially if I need multiples. And I'll make, a bunch of, like, makers for the yogurt and stuff, too, because every day I have milks and stuff. But I only have like 5 of these things. I figured that was a better plan. Yeah. I think I wanted like maybe two of these yogurt things, 2 cheese, 2 butter, 2 mayo. Oh, but I need another cloth thingy. Can I have a cloth thingy, please? Cloth thingy? Cloth? There, okay. Okay, put that down here. Everything angles weirdly. Wait, I could take a picture of that little guy. Do I have my camera out? No. There he is. Yay! Good job, me. Okay, what else would I like? Oh, right. Cheese makies. Cheese. How do I make a cheese one? Just a regular log? Oh. What's this one? These ones just use logs. Oh, okay. Come on, horsey. Let's go! Nay! Ooh, that... that reading kinda... Ow. How do people do that? How do people read and not hurt themselves? Log. Come on, horsey, let's go! Wait. I want this one. Give me the butter one, too. Thank you. And this one. Organizing, organizing. Nay, look at his little peents. Ugh. Oh, sorry, I was looking something up. Okay. Cheese. Thank you. Butter. How about egg? Where egg is? Where egg? Egg. Egg. Oh. Wait. Okay. That's not cheese. Butter. Mayo. Mayo. I got 2 more spaces. Unless... Well, no, I want it to be 10, so... Put something here. More mayo? More mayo! Two more mayo! Okay. Then I gotta clean this stuff up. But first, excuse me, Mr. Fuzzy. I want to see if I can get a picture of this stupid little roly bug who lives this way. Right there. Take a picture. Take a picture. How close do I have to be? I'm zooming in. Oh Lord. Calm yourself. Where did it go? Scared it away, didn't we? Lame. Give me a hammer, dang it. And then this thing. And this thing. And this thing. Rude. I totally had that guy. He was right in my camera aperture. Okay. Hi. Oh, it's late. Oh no. Oh, hold on. Wait. I gotta get back there. I gotta get back there. Nay! 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 Why do I need a motorcycle if I have a horse? I don't get it. Honey. Wait, there's no room for the this? Oh, okay. Ha 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 ha. Oh! Yeah, and you want me to do all of it, didn't you? You want shit? Bitch, do it yourself. Lemme. It's time. Beep. Mm-hmm. Crush. Yeah. Welcome, Crush. Hi, Bubby. Hi, kitty. Okay. This can go back in the bag. Let's see. What do I want to make? I don't need a lot of seasonings, I don't think. Well, I pull in a lot every day, so... take that too. Okay. My God. Got so much maintenance to do. Ugh, maintenance forever. No, hello, babies. Guess what? I can turn all your... Oh! Yeah! Hi, Gucha. It is winter. I'm really salty that there's no snow on the ground in winter. There's like little snow piles and the trees die, but there's no freaking there's no snow. I'm sad. Me too. Yeah. There's a chicken too, and there's also the horse, but the horse is like not. The horse is the goofiest one. Right, yeah! It's so sad. My friend justifies it by being like, well, you live on a coastal town near the ocean. And I'm like, but no, it's winter. I thought maybe like it didn't snow as much at the beginning of winter, but no, there's just no snow. It's lame. Also, good morning or evening. Oh no. What time is it for you? Evening, right? It's evening? It's okay, I have a solution. It's okay. Yeah, good evening. I'm planning on when I get the... There's apparently a pink bunny. I've seen pictures of it. I'm gonna name it Gucha. Okay, I need foods from a bibis. Come here, horsey. Horsey! Oh, jeez. Where is it? Turnip! I mean radish. I know my vegetables. It's fine. Where's the fodder? Oh my god, where's the fodder? Where's anything? There we are. Wait. Throw this in here. Wait, no, I need that. I need this. Help! I'm having management issues. Super cute. Horsey, come hither. We must feed the chickens. They have no foobs. My god, I do not have a lot of foods. Can I put more in there? Here you go. Okay. Wait a minute. I put away my wool like a dumbass. Egg! I hate these things. Apparently there's... Later there's one you can make that's expensive, but that it yields more at once. Which is cool because... kind of a pain in the ass. I know, right? It's just like, oh yeah, no, do this forever. I'm like, I don't want to. But I recently got the maker for the, oh my god, what is it called? Diamonds, and I'm like, I don't want to spend 2 days waiting for this thing. So I'll make more. Powder? Okay, yeah, powder. Where's the... where's the thing? What the heck am I looking for? Seeb? Well, I definitely want one of them. Honey? No, I got one of those. Right? No. Oh my god, what is it? I can't remember. Powder? Condiment? Yeah! And there was one more. Condiment? Bricks? I can't remember. I can't remember. It's killing me. What the? What is that? Seeds? No, we already went through this. Oh my god. Hold on, I got one in my inventory. Powder? I think it's powder. Powder? Right in front of my face. Jeez. Okay. There's a powder. Okay. Here's another one. Okay, and seasonings? Yes. Seasonings. No. It's so dumb. I remember in the old games, when you got makers, it was like almost game breaking. Like, oh my gosh. Okay, I got 3 of these. 3 of these. 3 of these. What else? I feel like I'm forgetting one. There's the essence maker, but I don't see the point of these. Got the yogurts. Got a yarn thing. The jewel maker. I do want one of those, and I definitely want seed makers. How many seeds do you get per? If it's just one, that's stupid. Ah. One, 2, 3. Do I have enough for like one that I don't usually use? I guess I could just throw an essence maker on the end. Unless. Wait, I keep forgetting what these things are for. Ah! Help! My brain! Oh, but why do I need perfume? What's that for? I'll throw one in there. Okay. Ding, ding. Ding, 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 ding. Buffalo cheese, buffalo cheese. Ding. Ding, ding, ding. What? Oh my god. It's a stupid maker army. I have to move over now. Like put them here or something. Okay, I can do that. Jeez. Honey! Honey! Hello, horsey. Okay, I want this, but I have to go back down into the mines to get the opals. I think I can do that. And I should move these over there too. First though, sell everything. Wait, I want that. Give me that back. I stole it. One radish? Brah! What? Weak. Weak. Oh my god. Just make something, okay? Ah! Dang it. Okay, we're just gonna shove everything into here. Do I have enough inventory space for this? Well, I would if I put this stuff in here. Oh my god. Menus, the game. Give me that. Give me everything. Give me all the fluffies. Oh my god. Okay, I can do this. Yay. There's no horse whistle button. I keep trying to push it. Hi. Walk me 5 feet in this direction. Thank you. I forgot what I was doing. Wow. This is convenient. Can I put these, like, to put it right here? Yeah. Yay. Okay. Come back, horsey. Nay. 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 Well, here. No, we'll do it this way. Slightly less terrifying doing it this way. I should make brick makers too, but also, you know, lazy. Hold on though. If I want 5 brick makers. Oh, no, it's fixed. Here, wait. I just like the horse better. Here, wait, hold on. I'll putter around on the motorcycle. I don't understand the functionality of the motorcycle when you have a horse. But I thought maybe like you got to access different areas with it. But no, it's just motorcycle. Putt, 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 putt. It's no faster than the horse. It's really more like a moped, but anyway. Oh, come on, man. Oh, that's gonna drive me crazy. Right? I don't understand, like, if it took you to different places, I'd be like, cool. Okay. But instead, it's just like, I'm here, and I'm on the farm. It's just weird. Give me my horsey back. You can stay fucking parked by my house forever. Polluting the environment. Asshole. Wah. I agree though. My God. So many. Well, I was gonna make bricks. What the heck do I need for that again? Or mortars. Let's just make a gajillion of them. Brick. Eh! What? What? Put. Hi, dog. Come with me. Horsey is infinitely better than motorcycle. Cannot believe it won't let me set things right here. I hate you so much. Just line it up with the other boxes, please. Why are you like this? Maybe just why not? Why not? Ah! Ah! Fine. If you want to be like that. Make some brick thingies. I love how it says how many, but you can't actually hit more than one. Okay. Is this what you wanted, game? Is this what you wanted me to use my farmland for? Ah! Ah! Really? Everybody else is doing the same thing? Just so you can, like, pretend you don't have this, like, mass fucking ugly-ass machines on your nice, cute little farm. Also, hi, Lucky! I wish it did. It's not gambling. But boy, howdy. It sure is uglies. I haven't watched anybody else play this. I'm a little bit like, oh. I'm accidentally just like everybody else is doing. Hold on. Where are the... Okay. That's that like it's just like, oh come on. Cause in the other games you put the makers into the corners of your barns, like the mayonnaise maker and stuff went into the in the cow barn, and the cheese did too, just in a little corner. I didn't mind that. Ding, ding. Ding, ding, forever. Log. That's funny. I don't know, does twine count as clothes? I have a system here. It's not a very good one, but... No, no, no! I'm all messed up now. Has anybody seen that farmer? Oh no, she's been at her farm for like 3 days. I think trying to redecorate or something. Ugly machine go brrr. Okay. I continue to have no room in the fridge. Wait, it's too late to cook. Dag nabbit. Tomorrow we go to the mines. Away! Brr, brr. I'm only gonna be streaming here for another ow, ow, ow. 10 minutes. I gotta get ready for work in a little bit. However, I hope that we can get house tour. Yeah, this is my house. These are my dogs. This is a place. This is the single corner where it lets me put furniture. Yeah. The single corner. They really need to get on Stardew's level. Every so often I get the urge to play Stardew, and then I'm like, I can't do 2 games at once. I am small brain. Wait a minute. There's things I could turn into powder in there. Like wheat. What else? What else? What else? I want half of the beans. Wait! What? No! I want to see the dogs. Yes. I don't know. I don't... This is the... What? Technically second upgrade? This is the 3rd. This is the one after the log cabin. See this? Look! It's snowstorming and there's no snow on the ground. I'm extremely salty. Ooh, carrots. I need those. I should put the stable near to my house. Lucky, tell me about the dogs. Meh. I need more chickens. Everything's closed on Tuesday though, so I'm not even gonna hope. Stupid snowstorm with no snow. Oh yes. Sorry. Yeah, there's my dogs. The cat-shaped dog and the dog-shaped dog. Ah. I mashed the button too fast and the game was like, oh, you want to open the inventory? And I was like, no. I'm trying to do a drive-by. There's robots? Robots? What robots? Where? Robots? But I don't have robot chickens. Do you mean the... Do you mean the gray ones? The gray chickens? They're supposed to be silkies. But all they are is a... Like, they sucked all the color out of the other chickens. Yeah. No, no. Yeah, they're supposed to be silky chickens, but rather than being fluffy, they just made them black and white. I could have added toppings. Damn it. Do it again. Mixed rice. Burdock. Carrot. Add. They're not robots! They're not! Blah, 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 blah. They're not robots. They're chickens. They go bonk. Guess I should just sell these. I don't. Do you though? Okay. Our target is the piles of dirt. Wait, why? Why have I chosen to waste staminas? No. Yes. Sweet. Have you guys ever played the Old Harvest Moon game for the Vita, where you play as a robot, but you can't get married, and I think the game only lasts for 1 year or something? It's an interesting concept, but also just like, why would you take the pieces out of it that people like? Like, being a robot that sounds neat and stuff. Dirt! Woo! Sweet! Dirt, dirt, dirt. It does, like... Do it again. Booty. I didn't take that picture. I took a similar picture. Oh look, it's Matt Damon. No! Okay. just want a couple more of these things. You are not dirt. By process of elimination, the stairs had to be there. Yay. Dirt! Dude, you fuckers got cheap with your dirt. All I'm finding is dirt in this dirt. Lemme. Kitty! They need comfier beds. I would buy a comfier bed if the game let me. Okay, what the shit do I need for this thing? Okay, I want everything. Just give me everything. Okay. Also, at the moment, the game doesn't let you put shit in your house. Like, there's no chest for your stuff in your house. That makes me feel angry. Why didn't I take my horse? Why didn't I just ride my horse over here? That would have been way smarter. These ones. Ah, I don't have enough inventory space. I don't remember why I bought the red dye. Sure, there was totally a reason at the time. Yay. Okay. Ding, 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 ding. Ding! There's too much stuff in my inventory. Oh. Hold on. We have to find somebody to raid. I wish I could talk and I wish I could talk and focus at the same time. Sure. It looks like we're going to read AI Candy today. Because she's fun. Hold on. Okay. My computer's like, no, why are you making me do so many things at once? It's thinking so hard. Okay. Let's go!